YouTube star Emma Chamberlain's coffee company closes a $7 million funding round, basically. And this is honestly a really cool thing to actually see. So, venture capitalists are pouring more money into the YouTube superstar Emma Chamberlain's coffee startup. So, Chamberlain Coffee, the firm initially launched by the YouTuber in 2019, closed a $7 million fundraising round, the 21-year-old influencer said Tuesday. I created Chamberlain Coffee out of my passion for coffee and the community that surrounds it. Chamberlain said in a statement on the funding round, I am still in awe of how many people share that same passion and have fallen in love with our products. Well, I mean, the main reason why people end up basically continuously buying more coffee and enjoying that kind of like space is for one, coffee has caffeine in it, and caffeine is technically a stimulant and very addictive, for one. So Chamberlain has a massive following on social media. Her YouTube account has nearly 12 million followers, while her Instagram account has nearly 16 million. Like, that's some crazy numbers. So, to be able to grow this business, launch new products, and work in this space every day is a dream come true, she said. I am so thankful that we have been able to grow Chamberlain Coffee into the brand I dreamed it to be, and I can't wait for what the future holds. Now, the cool thing about having like a coffee company like she has is there's probably a lot of returning customers, so like a lot of recurring revenue, which is the cool thing about it. It's like a cool business model, right? And also, like she could basically outsource a lot of the task for the coffee thing, right? She could literally have like a CEO, you know, an operations manager, have basically people that like where she doesn't need to have her hands on the everyday task of that coffee company and be just more of like a big thinker and be like, oh, I want this type of flavor. I want it to be sold in this type of area. I want this kind of like discount for people, all that kind of stuff, right? So I think it's a smart idea. I think it's a smart idea for a lot of these big creators to do things like this, where they could create basically a company that they don't have to physically do anything in it and still gain the benefits from it. So Chamberlain's coffee startup offers a variety of products sold directly to consumers through its website, as well as Amazon and other retail partners. Offerings include single serve packets, bags of ground and whole bean coffee, matcha, and coca. The firm said the $7 million investment will allow it to expand into new channels and develop new and innovative products to further its mission of being an innovator in the beverage space. Chamberlain Coffee has grown exponentially since its inception, and this is only the beginning. In finding a group of investors for the brand who believe in and share our vision, we know Chamberlain Coffee will reach new heights and become the go to coffee brand of this generation, said Chamberlain Coffee CEO Christopher Gallant, a former executive at Red Bull. Now, that is actually really impressive, right? That the CEO of her coffee company formerly worked for Red Bull and was like a higher up in Red Bull. Which, by the way, if you don't know what Red Bull is, that's impossible. So, like the marketing, the branding, the sales of Red Bull is insane, right? Like they're able to charge like $4 or $5 for a can of Red Bull, which is crazy. So, prominent investors include Blazer Capital, Ole Christofferson, and Steen Scallebeck, the founders of Ole and Steen Bakery, direct-to-consumer expert Nick Sharma, and Grin founder Brandon Brown. Chamberlain expanded on her plans for the startup in an interview with Fortune, telling the outlet that the fundraising will allow us more room to have fun. We will have the support to create even more interesting products and campaigns, giving us the ability to push the boundaries in ways that weren't possible before, she said. It will also allow us to invest more in expansion so we can put our coffee into as many hands as possible and become a part of even more people's daily routines. And in 2019, the Time magazine named Chamberlain to its Time 100 Next list. Bum, 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 bum. So let's see if there's any comments. Is there any comments? Yeah, okay. I am hoping to see whole beans like Zabars instead of coffee ground up with my village ancestors' toenails in the box. When will we see her fall? Just saying, the pressure of being an influencer takes a toll on these mind numbing, escaping youngins. Well, that sounded really weird. Here's the thing, right? I wish Emma Chamberlain the best. I hope her coffee company does extremely well, right? And I hope it continues to do extremely well. Because I always want to see people do amazing. I want to see people make a lot of money. I want to see people achieve what they want to achieve, right? I never really understand the whole, like, you know, pulling people down just because maybe you just don't like them for whatever reason. Like, hey, if you see someone trying to do something cool, be like, hey, you're trying to do something cool. Good luck to you, right? So, good luck to Ember Chamberlain. I would not be surprised, given her social presence, that this could be like a 30 to maybe a $50 million per year company just due to her following, her social presence. A lot of people are really addicted to her content and all that kind of stuff, right? So I could see it being pretty big. The only thing is, the coffee space is such a tough business. So for her, it's probably a lot better to go more like direct to consumer, really focus on her audience, and then really have her audience try to help bring awareness to it to like the main population. But the thing is, a lot of businesses are going direct to consumer nowadays, right? Like there's usually a lot more money, a lot more profit involved in direct to consumer, right? So who knows what's going to happen? The only thing I don't really like about the whole fundraising aspect is that you lose a lot of control when you typically do that. So feel free to give your thoughts.